Tip number 136 from the book 501 Contractor Tips. This is the banking and accounting area. This is an extremely important part of your business, money management. Tip number 136 is accounting mistakes. Let's face it, we all make mistakes. You make a mistake on the job, it could cost you a lot of money. You make a mistake on your accounting records, it could cost you your business. And again, I can't stress this enough. You make a big mistake out in the field, you know it's going to cost you a lot of money. This is the best way I can relate this thing to you. You put a beam in the wrong spot or notch a beam you weren't supposed to notch, and you got to replace this thing and it's going to cost you thousands of dollars. Then you will remember these mistakes. Hopefully you will learn from them. That's what I'm trying to do here, is take you out of this mistake process with these tips. And again, some of this stuff just doesn't, hey, I know if I make a mistake, it's going to cost me any money. What a waste of my time. That's fine if that's the attitude you want to have. But I'm telling you right now, there are people out there who really don't get this concept. They will watch this video and they will say, what a waste of my time. Forget, I'm not watching, this is ridiculous. And then a few years later, they'll make a mistake and they'll think back and they'll say, that's exactly what that guy was trying to tell me. And that's what I'm trying to say. This stuff might not make sense to everyone. It might seem like, this is all common sense. But I'm here to tell you, there are plenty of people out there who have a difficult time learning, and repetition will, of course, help them along the path a little faster. There are people who can watch this video once, get all the information. There are people who watch a quarter of the video, realize they don't need to watch any more of it. There are people who watch the entire thing 10 times and not get the same information, not get the same thing out of it. So this is the reason why I'm making the videos, to provide people with the information who don't have it. And these mistakes, if you make a mistake on your payroll records, you make a mistake on your taxes, you put something in the wrong category, you take an expense and you put it in your gross income, or you take two numbers and you double entry, you enter two numbers, the same numbers, different spots. I can go on and on and on about some of the problems you could run into. That is why I check everything. If I do anything on the computer, I will look through it. And I've developed over the years an ability to look at numbers and tell if there's a problem. I can look at 5 or 6 numbers and in my head add them up and say, okay, that should be around $700. Well, if it's at $1,500 or if it's at $400, this is something, we got a problem. And again, these are all things that you learn over time, which actually does require some effort on your behalf. You will actually need to spend some time working on these skills, developing them. The better you become, the easier your job will be. I can add numbers up and then I can be off by, let's just say I'm off by $1. In my head, I'm not going to see this. If I add 5 numbers up with $1, well, this is where the calculator comes in. The computer, this is where all this stuff comes in. You're going to give estimates. You make a mistake on your estimate, you know what's going to cost you. You make a mistake in your banking account with your taxes, it's going to cost you. If you think you have $10,000 in your bank account, but someone, one of your partners or somebody wrote a check for $8,000, you go in and you write a check for $6,000, you got a problem. These are what I'm talking about. These are the mistakes that are going to cost you money and quite possibly could put you out of business, and you cannot afford to make them.